Hello! Now, let's talk about barrier communication analysis from cross-cultural understanding. Okay, we will analysis from a movie with the title All the Bright Places. The year is 2020, the director is Brett Halley. The duration is 1 hour 48 minutes, and the genre is romance or drama. We will get to know you about the synopsis. All the Bright Places tells the story of two friends who try to overcome their respective traumas. Violet Markey, or Elle Fanning, is still haunted by guilt after the tragic death of her sister, Eleanor. 9 months ago, the car that Eleanor and Violet were driving was traveling at high speed and crashed into the side of the bridge. From then on, Violet no longer had the courage to drive. Her guilt grew even greater because at the time of the incident, it was Violet who asked Eleanor to go down that route. Similar to Violet, Theodore Vince, or Justice Smith, also lived in the shadow of trauma within him. He was depressed and often thought about ending his life. Vince felt increasingly isolated because no one in his family understands his condition. Violet and Vince get to know each other when the two of are paired up for a school assignment. At the time, the students were asked to write an essay about the most amazing places in the Portland, Indiana. Vince also takes Violet to a number of places that look strange and ordinary, but have a lot of beauty behind them.
Then, we move to types of communication. There are verbal communication that consists of oral communication and written communication. Then the second is nonverbal communication. Now, oral communication. In All the Bright Places movie, oral communication is the most communication type that used. For example, the dialogue of Theodore Finch and Violet Markey. I googled you. You googled me? Then, the dialogue of Theodore Finch and Kate. Where is mom? Should go to Chicago for business. Now, written communication. In All the Bright Places movie, written communication is used several times. For example, Theodore Finch sent a video message and sing about a girl who stand on the bridge. Then the second, Theodore Finch and Violet Markey are texting to encourage their life each other, and then Theodore Finch come to Violet Markey's house. Nonverbal communication. In All the Bright Places movie, nonverbal communication is often and always used. For example, there are gesture, body language, posture, and tone of voice. In gesture, Theodore Finch know that Violet Markey didn't comfortable when she met him at the first time. In body language, Kate asked to Theodore Finch what was going on after see Theodore Finch act different. Posture, Theodore Finch tried to entertain Violet Markey when he see Violet Markey always bowed her head. Tone of voice, Violet Markey out from Theodore Finch's house when she was yelled by him. And the facial expression, Theodore Finch guess and understand that Violet Markey has a problem when he see her face. And their interpersonal communication, it's shown when Violet Markey think about another person. He is Theodore Finch condition when she didn't meet him for days. Now we move to the analysis. The first one is physical barrier. In All the Bright Places movie, physical barrier shown when Theodore Finch tried to ask how was going about Violet Markey's condition via telephone, but Theodore Finch chose to meet Violet Markey directly because he wanted to get Violet Markey's reason clearly. Then the second is perceptual barrier. In All the Bright Places movie, perceptual barrier is shown when all of Theodore Finch's friends label him as a freak person because of his act in school, but in the reality, Theodore Finch is a good person who has a big problem of his life. And the third is emotional barrier. There are three, and the first is In All the Bright Places movie, emotional barrier shown when Violet Marquis distanced herself from her environment after her sister death. She thinks that she can't open her life with anyone anymore, and too much negative thinking about something that happened again. Then the second was shown by Theodore Finch, who tried to control his emotion and stay awake because he often loses his mind and usually also did the thing fast without thinking clearly. The last scene was shown by Violet Marquis that finally can live her life as she was before. She never afraid to leave, even she afraid when she died because she think that she will lose the moment that she think it's wonderful moment. It's because of Theodore Finch.
Okay, for the first is culture barrier. In All the Bright Places movie, culture barrier shown when Violet Marquis joked that she miss and like California than Indiana. Because in California, she never got chewed day and she more comfortable with that. And then for the fifth, gender barrier. In All the Bright Places movie, gender barrier shown when Violet Marquis didn't want to sit in a car again because she got trauma of her late sister. But Theodore Finch tried to make Violet Marquis through her afraidness with his logical statement that he gave to her. So in since Violet Marquis feeling is high while Theodore Finch tried to think logically. And then for the sixth, interpersonal barrier. In All the Bright Places movie, interpersonal barrier shown when Theodore Finch refused his sister, Kate, and Violet Marquis offered to her and give him a help to deal with his problem. For the conclusion, this movie is really wonderful because it gives the precious life lesson. We never know what people are going through, but we must try to treat them like how we want to be treated. If we found people or friends who has a problem, we should help them and give them a tight hug before we regret when we lose them forever in our life. Okay, that's all from us, Angela, Melinda, and Dewi Rahmawati. We are sorry for having any mistakes, guys. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.